feeling it. Smart. And let's see, we were working. I think on Sunday we used to have a three zones, an upper zone, a lower zone, and an interior zone. But you can kind of, instead of going this way, if you go from the top, you oh, you'd go the other way. It comes out different mudra. You know what I mean? This goes to here. Yeah. But that has to be balanced by, and the whole thing comes through you. That whole balance comes through you. Now we go the other way, same balance. People prefer this direction. But the whole thing has to come through you, whether it's top to bottom, bottom to top. Right? Yeah, you see the whole body involved, not just waving your arms. So conversely, and you go either direction, okay? And one of the things we've been working, for example, is if we were used to be the truth, is this motion. It seems like it's up, but it's supported by what's underneath it. And hopefully it's coming through. Huh? So, for example, here, it's missing. The under support, you're going to have to come in through you. You're vital. Right? Okay? So, conversely, okay. So anyway, let's warm up a little bit just with that. Balance in the three zones, okay? Right? Well, one of the things too, this is tricky, but we know we're going to go there. You're going to fill up the bathtub. You're going to fill up from the bottom up. And then, the whole thing is uplifting when you get it. Uplifting. Try that a little bit. Yeah, your book is so, it goes there, but just you know. Okay, yeah. That you get that uplifting quality when you're beginning to balance 1, 2, 3. You see that feeling a bit? Yeah. And keep quick. Yeah. Yeah. elbows in, elbows don't go out. Now, if you understand this, ideally, I'm in a straight jacket. I was going to say a straight jacket with Silvio Sensei, you know what I mean? Remember Koichi Darius? At one time, it was funny, he was talking about extension. Because nobody's got shorter arms than I am. I realized how short his arms were because they kind of had that. So it's not about physical length, but gender full paddle. Oh, full habit. Full habit. And new energy. Okay, now the other thing. Offer to the world. I'm offering it to myself. If it comes through me, it's that's my offering to myself. Okay? But offer to the world. And again, what you're offering the world is, a balanced sense of who you are, with a balanced sense of, let's just call that mind, call that body, right? Okay? Offer it. What I want you to do a little bit, but I'm going to keep my hand in the kitty. Offer it, offer it, offer it. Okay? I'm going to keep some for me. If it's coming to me, I don't know. Okay? If I was Stephen Curry, I'm making $40 million a year. I have to do this. So, I mean, use it wisely. But Aisha, you can't have the groceries. Come on, we got to worry about the groceries. Listen, shop. Get that feeling. It's coming through you. You're getting nourished by it. You can offer it out. So go ahead. Yes. Offer. Okay. Draymond Green says, Kevin, we beat you in the conference final points. I'm offering you a place on this team. We could be special. So we're not going to kick you away if you decide to sign with us. Come on. But it's an offer. Kevin, come to us. We need you to beat LeBron. No, we don't need you to beat LeBron. We had a bad last game. But with you, think of all the things we could do. See that feeling right there? You don't want to be too this way. So, yes. See, if it's coming through you, you're getting it. I could be making as much money as Stephen Curry. I wouldn't be pinching pennies. Well, I'm not going to make that sort of physical money, but in energy, why not? What do you might offer? Because when you're offering, the only way you can offer it, if you're getting nourished, there's three zones. That. No, 1, 2, 3. Oh, offer, yes. Then you get to uplift people. You get to walk into a room and the vibration of the room is a little different. Oh, okay. So, okay. So this, a certain thing, when you sort of get the three, the other is sort of uplifting. You know what I mean? Okay. No, what was I was watching this commercial. It was for Subway sandwiches. And it starts out with Stephen Curry. All of a sudden I'm going, wow, I'm uplifted. And he just says a couple of things, and he's pretty polished now. All right. One of the reasons that I'm trying to hold on, maybe out of fear or whatever. How much help do you need, David? Okay. Okay, maybe even more than you anticipated. Why? Because it's coming through you. If it's coming through, you're being nourished. I'm trying to give something that I'm not being, and I'm not being nourished. I got nothing to give. Obviously, I'm going to hold on to it. Then there's with his contact, he feels uplifted. That's what we're supposed to do for each other. Other than that, we get caught up in these games. Okay. So, you can do your one hand. We can help you. And we're going to eventually hear. Sometimes we miss because I'm too much of a form. I know I'm supposed to be. And this is uplifting aspect to get to the end. So let's move around a little bit. I think we got somebody who just came in. So 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Okay. Well, I have to go out. Okay. I get caught out here. It's like Napoleon in Russia. He's still winning so many battles. He leaves the supply routes behind. The Russian winter comes in. Yes, you have to go out. Mainly. The balance of it and for you. And you walk there. That's looking. There's so much crap going on in the world. Not just crap, but tragedy. That, well, we can just get absolutely mesmerized by it and beaten down by it. Sometimes, find kind of a true version of yourself and be nourished. If you are nourished, you can nourish somebody else. I got some, but I'm going to be stingy with it. It's times you so bad. No. But for me, it's all about, if I'm out here, then I have to go 1 2 3 4. Before we go for 4 too quick. We go 1 2 3 and 4 happens. Different count. No. Some 4 happens real quick. All right, let you get a little easier with a 1 2 3. Okay. What happens in the Lord of the Rings? No, it's really bad. The eagle. I was waiting for the Eagles my whole life. That feeling there, we got help. The Eagles are here. Okay. Tell me for the extra. They darn extra winning. No, the Eagles are going to come in. Okay, all right. Come up, come up, come up, come up. Yeah. What's the tricky one? Life will do this to you. Life will put a squeeze on you. You don't have enough. It's like, no, no, wherever you are, just balance exists. You get you mesmerized by what's out there. Look. Open, open, open. Yeah. I'm too busy trying to figure out my way out of this deep dark dungeon. It's kind of calm and cool here. And I've been wondering more time to myself. So, what's to do with it? You see what I mean? It's like, oh, darn, just kiss it. Yeah, okay. It's deeper, it's shadier, it's whatever it is. Oh, there's a war going on out there. Maybe I should just sit here in this foxhole for a little bit, get my balance myself before I go out there and step on a landmine. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. You can't be up, down, you get to forward and back. It's the first compulsion. Right? You want money? Oh, I gotta pay this bill here. One of the things was ways. I mean, yeah, physically, I gotta pay bills. But you know, your spirit, you improve to yourself. I'm not a. I don't have to worry about anything. But no. You want to get through this way. That's important. We are going to go that way. I miss the uplifting quality of it. You know what I mean? It's the uplifting quality. You have to be martial. You have to be a parent. Sometimes you got to ground your kids. No more. For a while. You're not feeling but begin. When you're out there yelling at your kid and you're as immature as your kid, it's a problem. Yeah. All right. Okay. I want you to touch a little bit. You're touching the light. What are you touching? You're touching the light. Why are you touching the light? Because you have enough resources that are balanced and that you're all of a sudden, all right. Yeah. But I got too much. In fact, I'm pretty good today. I'm not. I'm in touch with myself in a good, balanced way, so I have something to offer. And if I'm in touch with this, I'm being nourished by that. I've got a lot to offer. Okay, you come ask me for a puny $5,000 grant, I give you a lot more than you expected. Okay? So you're getting the light. Okay. Let's everybody watch for a bit. And stand up and stretch. Stretch. Right? This is something that's perfect. Giving the balance 1, 2, 3. 4 is the effective speed. You're really right. You're in touch with the light. The light. The light. And there's always dark. Okay, turn the light on. We all get caught that way. Like, oh my God. Okay, all right. Well, and sometimes by the time you realize that in certain situations, like, people refusing the vaccine, they're already in the hospital, they want to get vaccinated. Somebody says, you're a little too late. And how many other people do, in fact? It takes a certain amount of intelligence and intelligent action, but it has to come from your core. In other words, you can know you're supposed to do it and still fumble around to get your resources, your activities in that direction. So that and balance, then it's supposed to light up. Okay. It's a dark world, boom. And all of a sudden, boom, everything starts to open up. And starts to open up. Starts to open up. Boom. What's the game? Well, since that parent was so good at this, even if you didn't know what was going on, something was going on. And people said that, he's walking around, in Japan, he was walking, like nobody knows who he is. And people go up and bow to him for some reason. Well, there's something that he had, okay? And they said that, she had to try Aikido out. Of course, went back to America. She was on a Fulbright scholarship, studied for a year in Japan. Bob Frazier took her to the dojo, and was telling her about old sensei and all the things that this people can't do that. So he takes her. So I said, wow, I got to try this. So she tried one class out before she went back to America. And then, what happened is she goes to class, didn't know anything. She's totally wasted, looking with her head down, creeping towards the teaching room, like for women, right? All of a sudden, she goes falling like she hit something tangible. She opens her eyes and Sensei walks by. There's something that he exuded. He wasn't a Sensei because his movements were pretty, or because of his vital balance that he had. It brought in states of being that were quite extraordinary. And so, if we were all like those Sensei, there wouldn't be any wars. There wouldn't be any stupid bipartisan politics. We wouldn't have to evacuate Afghanistan. These things fighting beings don't do. So we work out so much stuff, exchange of information, resource, political ties, this and that. And so, it's your balance with yourself. largest sense of your mind, the largest sense of your body, your energy. Interiorize that balance. See what happens. One of the things that happens, right? It's light. Boom. I'm looking for the light out there. No, it has to be something. It's you. It's you. I mean, I can sort of call it up somewhat, but since they had it, he wasn't trying to. I'm going to walk past this American woman and create a step on her. No. Just, he put the on switch. It was on most of it. The on switch. Boom. Or here. It was almost a field of family around. Well, so when he did, this is this everybody's profound. Okay? So we're working a little bit on cultivating that within our own consciousness. Okay? So everybody's probably going, he's not so good. So here we are. We'll go back to this. Simple cut. Yeah, I like to establish the up down, which is kind of the up down or the down up and the interior balance, and then you have something to offer. I get in trouble out there when I'm trying to. It's simple as this. You gotta go this way. I'm ready for this one. So it's just a simple coaching role. Got it? Good. There's something to offer. Got it? Good. We got something to offer. Got it? We got something to offer. Boom. Got it? We got something to offer. Boom. The only thing you offer is the light moves through you. You try to do the light out there. You have to work this system in here, get your balance with yourself. It would be nice, in this very dark world, all of a sudden, boom! You uplift. And if enough people did that, if 100 people did that, that's the 100th monkey spirit. Obviously, we're not there. Okay? I think those things they created IQ to get that one with, hoping it would, right? So we get caught up in all this other stuff. So, let's, right here. That is good. Then I go out. That's it. The lower, got the upper, got the interior. Now we got a practice. Once I get those 3, 4 is what you see. But you flip the switch. Boom. Flip the switch. That's right. That's why you get very good. Good. Boom. Flip the switch. Flip the switch. Boom, boom. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. That makes sense. It doesn't have to make 1, 2, 3 logical sense. It has to make a kind of an interior sense. That's my direction. Get the balance here. Up, down, or down, up. Interiorize it. And you start to do that Lido sense they have. Or some version of it. We're probably not going to get to where he was today. But we can move in that direction. Okay? So let's change partners. We're going to stand. We're going to move. Okay? One thing right there. People think grief through your eyes. Okay. Because you start to look out there and see if it's going to work. Okay. The query goes in, is just going to go in, you probably miss. Looking at it, no. In fact, sometimes he's so good, he knows it's going to go in. He just turns around, goes the other way, and do things. Good for you. Okay. So one of the things here, it's been working, but is it going to work? You asked the question of the wrong person. The person out there looking at it, trying to figure it out, or the person in here is experiencing increasing balance, therefore an increasing clarity of himself. So she says, okay, suppose for a second, you get a balance, and it starts from the top to bottom, or the bottom to the top, but then there's an interior clarity that starts to come through you. Those before there's a result. I'm here or out there trying to get the result out there. So everything when it was going well would happen right through you. You see the difference right there? Go again. Come on. Yeah. You get caught out there and you're inconsistent and it kind of tends to kind of wind down. Well, what happened? You had a balance and all of a sudden you detach from it. Well, you can go towards more balance. Okay, that's the game. Okay? The game. You can kind of go. It's through you. It's through you. If you cut yourself off from your own supply line, your own consciousness, your own joy, your own truth of you, then what happens? The stuff out there kind of starts to wind down. And so it's moment by moment, you know. And, you know, I mean, I'm sure if Curry misses the shot, he's right back into it. He has a sense of it. He's not authentic, but he's, you know, for what he does, he's damn good. You see what I mean? You know, if you miss out there, you start thinking, okay, I'm just going to reconnect. I'm going to reconnect. Okay, right? Right here, what happens? This thing starts to kind of move a little bit quicker. So right about here, just there's a whole field around you. You know, you're kind of going this way. It's a little bit. You know, if you're coming in this direction, you can see it's good. There's a whole field around you. You're coming in this way. You're coming in this way. All right, we're coming in this way. I mean, that was probably one of those things. Some much greater than me. You know, when you know he was just walking somewhere. He wasn't trying to impress anybody, and they were kind of going, "Whoa, what's that?" She gets thrown by everyone. She went back, got her degree, flew back to Japan, studied up. That's how much that had an effect on her. You know, she was an academic, going to do something else. Okay, what happened? I better get that. Okay. David, we had a mishap. Fell. I don't know what we did. Trying to figure out. Doesn't seem to want to. Doesn't seem to want to. Okay, well, we'll just trust it. All right, this goes around. And hopefully that's all that. I'm asking a lot. Not really. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And so one of the things that happens, for example, to get caught out there trying to see if it's going to work. Okay. So you will get caught, but you don't try to correct it out there. The four is, you know, for want of a better term, it's what you want the result to be. But when you're out there trying to create four, you don't realize that the four happened because 1, 2, and 3 were present. Does that make sense? Okay. So if you miss, no big deal. You have some balance here. Some people start here, then you get this, and then they get that. Some people start here, then they get this, then they get that. Okay? They're the most intelligent people I ever met. This to the center. He was a factory worker in a small, crazy town, fishing community. He never graduated high school, so he was very much here. Effective IQ, he was intelligent. And you can go both directions. Robert Fraser, university professor, PhD at Harvard, goes to Japan, Kizo Sensei, develops himself this direct. Okay, go either way. But when you're in 4, you're trying to fix yourself there, you cut yourself off from your resources. Call that an original mind. Call that the body is energy to support that. But you're also there. They need to come through you. Okay? The Warriors were a horrible organization from the top all the way down, decision making, who to sign, all the way down on the court. And then they drafted this one kid in 2009. He wasn't too good the first couple of years. But it's almost like you get him, ownership changes, bringing people to bring better decisions as who you're going to draft and trade for. If he's not there, nothing happens. There's no trigger for the universe to work through. Okay. So, the point is, you get a little better at, okay? Some of it is just, keep goes here. You just get calm. All that activity going out there, me caught up in that activity. I'm going to clear my mind. I want my body relaxed a bit. And I'm going to get a clear perspective on who I am before I get out there and try to do something. And the gift of Aikido is you're in motion. You can't spend an hour in a room trying to figure that out. It's in the moment. But you learn to use the moment, unify the 1, 2, 3. If the 4 happens, great. That makes sense? Yeah. And it can be any movement. And if I get caught out in the world of 4, trying to get better in it, I make so incremental improvements that a lot of times just stay pretty much the same. Okay? The world stays the same, and right now it's sliding in the wrong direction, if you haven't noticed. So I think that was about being a positive revolutionary. You don't go out there and destroy things or anything. You're kind of get yourself in order, getting the clarity of yourself. So all of a sudden, you're being nourished by your own trueness, and you're able to uplift the world, and you put energy out there that creates positive things, positive ripples. Yeah. One-handed. Now he wants to come in. Okay. Right here, I'm trying to make that. That's very vulnerable here. All right. Yeah. So here, so we normally go this way. So let's go this way. I'm too quick. No, uplift. Before you draw your sword, try to bring the room accord with yourself in a peaceful place. Nobody get that motion. That's the sword. Let's create a better use of it before we draw it. Okay? All right? Let's pivot, turn. It's almost the same thing, really. Okay? Hard, for example, do the full pivot when your hands are held. So you let go. Okay. The pivot's easy. Form and function are somewhat related. It's not to say, he's here. I can go this way. Just, I'm not tangled up, so to speak. We got a clear shot with that one hand to do the turning to it. Okay, let's change partners and again watch the direction you're throwing. So quick to draw your uplift first, and then the sword. I feel like too quick to do that. Yeah. I'm a great shooter, but I think that the shot too quick and the shot flies. Wait a bit, see what develops. Okay, now take that. Don't be so quick to draw the sword. Uplift first. Uplift first. Get your light going out. That's the tricky one. Sometimes you do that quicker. Yeah. Good. Oh, not at all. You get to where you can just go, wow. But you've done the 1, 2, 3 in some form before you do the 4, right? Everybody gets hit. It's the world of what we see. Yeah. You too. There, it can't go this way. If you want to go that way, I don't want to approach it. I'll just relate a little bit and find my own current back to where I need to be for that motion. So after a bit, you're patient when you should be patient, or you pull the trigger or flip the switch when you need to. Everybody is so confused here right now. I can let everybody run around and do something stupid, or I can say, okay, I'm the chairman, I'm going to do this, and then feedback. And then I'm flexible, so if you got a better point than me, I'll accept it. I don't know everything, I'm not all powerful, all right? But the feeling right here, 2 hands, for example. Okay, boom. Well, movement's the movement. Okay, boom. Get very quick at it. Boom. All right? Boom. Very quick at it. It's very fast because the connection is made out here, not out there. That's the tricky one. What does that mean? Relax, find your center. Relax, get some ground. Relax, breathe. Relax, get some clarity, mind and body, and then start to feel yourself in that clarity, and then you probably have a better idea or perform better. You fix it here, so 4 works better, but we get mesmerized by 4. You see? Yeah, okay. It starts out the same way. Okay, I see. Okay, I go here. There's an area right here. But if there's an earthquake, which I don't want to create, we would both be feeling the vibrations, wouldn't we? This is true. All right, look at that motion. Now, how do we get in touch with those waves? There's some balance here, and interiorization. You clear here. I may know about this, and I may know about that, but I'm such a mess in here. Good. So So I try to make my connection. My correction, 1, 2, 3, is supposed to try out the correct 4. And that takes a little bit of work because we jump to 4 so quick. I know it's supposed to be this, yeah, okay. Get some balance. Or some people go this way and then that way. And get some clarity here. You can breathe a little deeper. You can, that becomes an important thing. Otherwise, we get too hypnotized by 4. Right? You try to fix 4 within the tight world of the expectations of the world, and I have no resources. Okay, keep going. Yeah, little old lady is crossing the street. Batman stops the Batmobile, even though he needs to see to where the Joker's going crazy. You know, that feeling right there. Still Batman. So yeah, you didn't throw her. That's cool. You got the resources to patient. Yeah. The Batmobile will get me in time anyway. I don't have to run this little old lady down. I'm already out there in 4 trying to get better. Warriors down by 3, 2 seconds left. You got the ball. Who you want to have the ball? Stephen Curry. Somebody else may make a shot. Overtime. You want somebody that you know pretty much is not. You say the moment's too big for you. Well, okay. Moment's never too big for him. Okay. Good. Boom. And, you know, did he have that? No, he had developed somewhat, but when he had it, it was obvious he had it, and a lot of people didn't. A lot of people think he's faster, stronger. But there's something in him, you know, that goes, okay, he put the switch, can't he? So, yeah, you've got to spend hours in the gym perfecting your shot. But in the moment, you understand that place where you flip the switch and the moment is never too big for you. So go again. Yeah, that's the type of training. You're starting to kind of, moment's not too big for you. You're equal to the moment. That's all that is. Flip the switch. That's what training is after a while. You know it, except when you go back into this. Okay, keep going. Yeah, keep going. Make the adjustment inside. Don't get caught up in 4 trying to make 4 better. Okay, that's good. Okay. Well, one thing that if you read O Sensei a bit, one thing that he, you know, he would oftentimes refer to himself as this old man. This old man, this grandfatherly type guy, And he played off of it. Because in a lot of ways, what he's saying, okay, right about here, I'm not strong enough to do it out there, but this old man, look what he can do. Because he's in touch with something else here. And when I do that, hopefully I inspire you to try to figure out what it is that this old man can do. So by the time you're an old man or an old lady, you're not just an old man, old lady. You know what I mean? And if you're out there, you may be pretty good at making all these adjustments out there, but you're not going to be like this old man, And he had other titles like the Dragon King and things like that, which are much more impressive. But he referred to himself a lot as this old man. And the other thing that was kind of interesting is that, he kind of, this old man, but he insisted on a couple of occasions. He wasn't he wasn't the father of Aikido, he was the mother of Aikido. So twist that around. Why? Because the female experience is a bit more interior. Okay, if you're pregnant, well, you can be pregnant with a great idea to put on paper, but a woman experiences creation from pretty here, right? And so he would call himself the mother of Aikido. Aikido no more. The wrestle around with that one. That's the importance of you get this, you get that, and I'm out there to try to sell a better product. This and that. Take that to a place of clarity, openness, inspiration that's inside. And so, that when the mother of Aikido, boom, that was no lame statement. He was really talking about, my sense, is the importance of this interiorization. And so, what's that old man talking about? He says he's an old man. Yeah, he can do crazy stuff. When he says he's the mother of Aikido, what's he talking about? From the interior. Not just up here, out there, from the interior. And so, basically, what he's saying is this throw is a child that's coming through me. And so outwardly, I'm this old man. But in terms of the process, Aikido, I'm the mother. I'm seeing it from the interior. Okay? So when we kind of do that, some of the stuff is hard. I tried to pass some of this stuff on over the weekend at CAA. But, we don't realize how important those message is. The world out there, the world of form right now is really bad. Okay? And yeah, we're going to take steps. If I could afford an electric car, I would get one. Okay? Things like that. Vote in the recall. Things like that. They count. Our actions out there in force, but we're spending some time clearing the mind, healing the body at more deeper stages of relaxation potential. And developing that interior sense, it comes through you here. Doesn't matter how much of this you got and how much of that you got. Different players in the NBA, they're brilliant, the bod from God, and they wash out. Drugs or bad work habits or so no matter what you're given there or there, that'll come up through you. Which always Sensei talking about himself as the old man, Oji-san. Or then throwing everybody a curveball and saying, I'm the mother of Aikido. He was speaking in in ways that, if you pay attention, he was alluding to something. Okay. So, one of the things I try to do, because I do study him, so, the stuff that's available. I got a whole bunch of stuff from Linda Holiday Sensei, okay, which told me not to share the literal, but one of the terms is painful. Here you go, painful. The shifting position, creating a variation. And there's Henko. They both have to do with body, Taino Henko. It's use your turn and blend. You're adjusting your position in relationship to your partner or the attacker. The Taino Henko is a transformation of place through the body. It's not just the body, right? The body. A better sense of the mind, consciousness better, but also you flip the switch. Boom. Yeah, we see before the result. Thank you, David. Yeah. But Sensei was encouraging us when he said do Aikido, not just do the technique, but to do kind of an interior work. Okay. Okay. So that's what we were trying to play with today. So anyway, we're going to bow out. Limp over here. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, remember we have our routine when we get the mats. I get I close up and lock up, but if we could do that, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And that whole thing about this